The China Report for Friday, May 17, 2013. China cracks down on Japan TV dramas. China's television regulator has ordered a crackdown on dramas about the country's battles with Japan during and before World War II and demanded they be more serious, state media said on Friday, following viewer complaints about ludicrous storylines. Ties have been shadowed for years by what Beijing says has been Tokyo's refusal to admit to wartime atrocities committed by Japanese soldiers in the country between 1937 and 1945, something taught to every Chinese schoolchild and a staple of television dramas. But Chinese viewers have taken to social media to complain about the ridiculous plots in the anti-Japan dramas, including one show in which heroic Chinese split Japanese soldiers in half with their hands, something shown in graphic detail. Another features a Chinese archer who can shoot multiple arrows in just one shot, killing several Japanese soldiers at the same time. How can people take China seriously when they produce such absurd media? Dalai Lama campaign. State media have launched a high-profile international campaign accusing Tibetan exiled spiritual leader the Dalai Lama of inciting self-immolation protests. Major news portals and many newspapers have prominently featured a China Central Television CCTV international documentary broadcast last night that blames the Dalai Lama for a spate of self-immolations by Tibetans, in what activists outside China say is a protest against Beijing's rule. The documentary, which will also be released in English, French, Spanish, Arabic and Russian, is aimed at letting the international community recognize the truth about self-immolation incidents. Anger from Beijing continues in regards to Tibet and the Dalai Lama. China catches gold bug. Can China and India save gold prices? At this rate, the two countries plus the world's central banks are providing the key fundamentals behind gold. So if you're a gold investor looking for a reason to stay in or buy more, here's a few reasons for you. China's gold demand rose 20% from a year earlier to a record high of 294.3 tons in the first quarter of this year, the World Gold Council said in a report on Thursday. The boost was driven by sales of jewelry, bars and coins, the council said in a statement. The Chinese are buying record amounts of gold jewelry, up 19% year-over-year to 185 tons, most of it due to falling prices in the New Year holiday putting people in a shopping spirit. New Chinese protests erupt over petrochemical plant. Protests against a planned oil refinery and petrochemicals facility broke out in southwest China for the second time this month, as pressure mounted on local leaders over environmental effects of the project. The demonstration on Thursday in the city of Kunming, capital of Yunnan province, marks the second sizable protest there since May 4. Local activists are demanding that officials scrap plans to produce the chemical paraxylene, known as PX, as part of the refinery under construction nearby. Many are outraged that local officials won't release the results of an environmental impact assessment of the project, according to activists and local media. That's the China Report for today. Zaijian.